What's up guys, it's Danny, and today we're taking a closer look at the LEGO Star Wars Ultimate Lightsaber Duel set from 2005. This set is 7257, it has 282 pieces, recommended for ages 7 up, and back in the day it retailed for only $30. Now adjusted for inflation, that'd be closer to $45 today, but if you're trying to pick this up used, it's going to easily cost you over $200, and brand new, well over $300. Now this set features some really unique play functions that allow you to reenact, in my opinion, the best lightsaber duel in all of Star Wars history, at least that we've seen in live action so far. Now, as you may know, the set takes place on the lava planet Mustafar just after Anakin has his fateful turn to the dark side, slays the younglings, and continues his ragey rampage into the room where it happens. Obi-Wan stows away on Padme's ship to locate Anakin and put an end to this madness, and quite honestly, this specific section of the fight is so incredible, you forget how long the fight sequence actually lasts. I mean, they fight across the entire lava mining facility, and then continue the fight over the lava river, and that's where I think this set has an edge over the newer duel set that LEGO has since released. This set in particular has so much play potential to flip your character through the air, block, force push, pull, and even continue that fight on this smaller platform that's included in the set, Spinjitzu, which I think is kind of cool that the newer set from 2019 then sort of continues the fight sequence rather than being an outright remake of the exact same platform. Also, fun fact, this platform actually acts as a collector for all of the droids and Mustafarians to come and drop off their lava, essentially. There's a ton of lore that explains all the shielding and cooling systems and how they actually extract the very rich in mineral ore from the lava itself. So really cool history on the mining facilities here on Mustafar. The set itself, however, is pretty basic. You've got a few tall platforms here in the back. I'm actually missing this lava rock piece, but I've ordered it on Bricklink. It's only about 12 cents, and I've just placed a piece here in its place. I think the structure here is pretty plain, and the set probably would have looked better without it, but since it's here, it does actually have an added play feature with this bucket on top that can be tipped over with a lever, and then the lava can pour out onto the platforms below. I mean, hey, they had to incorporate the high ground somewhere in the set. This section can be attached to the rest of the catwalk like so, and then these platforms use some modified slopes and some orange tiles as the lava has just exploded and landed on the collector. I love the use of the brown slopes as well because it really gives it an iconic feel. Everything is leveled out with some orange transparent studs. Also, speaking of that orange color, there are several larger pieces in that same color used in the set, which are just super interesting. Even the fire pieces are in that same color, so here's a quick comparison with the newer fire elements and the old orange color. The fire pieces kind of crack me up though because they're just so perfectly and precisely placed as if this were like the challenge ring of Survivor. But each of these tall structures are collapsible, so sweet play feature there, and they're only held upright by a Technic pin, so they're super easy to just plop down onto the victims below. I believe these red discs are here to help push the minifigures off the edge and keep the structure from collapsing flat, so that was just a design decision. The overall shape is accomplished with a few hinge elements, and I think it does the job perfectly. Now back up to that uglier section, you know, this whole area does get smoked with lava, which is probably why this lava rock that I'm missing is actually meant to be here. It melts off and actually floats down the river and then goes over the edge, which is when Obi-Wan jumps off onto this platform, and then Anakin jumps off to a collector droid that LEGO would make 14 years later. But if you notice the box and instruction, there are actually 2 alternate builds for this set. And also, what are we disposing of here? Can someone please explain this notice to me? Anyways, if you guys know where to find the instructions for these alternate builds, feel free to link them in the comment section below. The solo platform here uses a little foot piece to sort of elevate the rest of the platform from the floor, and it has some sliders on the bottom, so that makes it super easy to slide around, and it's overall just a nice addition to throw into the set. But let's take a closer look at the main play feature, the acro arms, as I like to call them, which allow you to turn any average Joe minifigure into the Jedi Knight of their dreams. Acro arms enables you to jump unimaginable distances, display insane lightsaber combat skills, and literally become a windmill. And all it is just a simple Technic axle with a couple of elements here that allow you to place your minifigure onto the end piece, and so that you can twist it, there's a gear inside, and that allows you to twist the axle and in turn your minifigure. It honestly takes a bit of getting used to because the minifigure makes it top heavy, so if you're trying to do insane feats of acrobatics, then it's probably going to take you some training, but by now I'm basically a professional. Now keep in mind that the retail price of this set back in 2005 was $30, so today it'd be more like $45 with inflation, and the set only includes 2 minifigures. However, those 2 minifigures are light up minifigures. So if this were on shelves today for 45 bucks, I would probably still buy it. In fact, LEGO Star Wars only released 5 light-up minifigures ever. The others including Mace Windu from the Turbo Tank, Luminara from the Wookiee Catamaran, and Vader from this hideous blue TIE Fighter. And as I mentioned in previous videos, I still think this Anakin face looks absolutely hilarious. Bruh. As for the figure himself, the hairpiece is removable, but the cape is not since you can't take the head off. So cape condition is really important. The only other print on this figure is the torso, and the lightsaber is connected since there's wires in there. I want to go ahead and just compare this newer 2019 Duel on Mustafar minifigure that has front and back torso printing, brown hips, leg printing, and a double-sided face print, with a much less noticeable scar over his eye, I might note. Oh, and his hair looks so much better now. With Obi-Wan, I always found it strange that he had a hood on in this set, but fortunately you can remove it. There's just no hairpiece though. This figure has a nice torso print, and those Nuga legs pretty closely match his facial hair. As for the newer version, you can see a lot more of the burn marks on this tan color compared to the black robes that Anakin wears, but these newer figs are probably my favorite Obi-Wan and Anakin figures that LEGO's made, and they're also pretty easy to get as well. Set 75269, the Duel on Mustafar, was released in 2019 for 20 bucks, and you can still find it for about $30 online since it retired. For such a small set, it's actually really good because you can change the layout, there's a structure that can fall over, you've got this lava flow, and even this micro lava explosion. Also the droid with the purple eyes, my favorite part of the set, but obviously the main play feature is the fact that the platforms are built on rails so you can move them back and forth. And I just think this was a brilliant duel set. I can totally understand why LEGO would want to stick to this design format, with a set being at a lower price point with good play features, something that you can even display, and comparing it to the Ultimate Lightsaber Duel, it takes up a lot more space, but two people can play together, which is not something you see in many LEGO sets. I also don't see LEGO ever recreating this specific platform, where this is actually part of the factory, this is more of just the lava river. But in all honesty, this is the piece that you really want, and you can probably find these elements a lot cheaper if you want to just have your own kind of duel set. So that is pretty much it for the review. Let me know in the comments below which set you would rather have and why. And as always guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Happy building.